will you run down and get me a program? Just the front gate's right there. I'll do that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pond Creek, Oklahoma for tonight's 8-man high school football action. Your Oklahoma Bible Academy Trojans taking on Pond Creek Hunter. You might be wondering to yourself, didn't we play at Pond Creek on the road last year? And the answer is yes, we did. But due to redistricting and realignment of the districts, we are coming back to Pond Creek this year, and then they will come to us at OBA next season. So your Trojans here tonight ready to take on the Pond Creek Hunter Panthers. Pond Creek coming in with a record of 6-2 on the season. Victories over Coyle, Waynoka, Medford, Ringwood, and Oaks Mission before back-to-back losses at Laverne and to Garber. And then a win last week at Pioneer Pleasantville to get back on the winning track. Your OBA Trojans coming in tonight with a record of 1-7. The lone win on the record books coming on the road at Burns Flat, Dill City a few weeks ago. Pond Creek still in the running, playing for playoff positioning at this point in their season. The Trojans, unfortunately, just kind of playing out the string. But it's a great opportunity for OBA. Get kids on the field, get players on the field, and gain valuable experience for next year. Lots of sophomores and the freshmen on the field for your OBA Trojans. So the coin toss has taken place. We've already had the national anthem and the prayer to start the game here at Pond Creek. Beautiful night for football. It actually feels like football season out here on a beautiful November 1st evening for the Trojans against the Panthers. We've had a lot of warm evenings. Beautiful, a lot of warm evenings this football season. And so this is really our first evening where it's felt like fall. It's felt like football weather. Forgive the pauses there, folks. We're having some issues with setup, but we're up and running, and we're taking care of some minor issues here. So pardon me if I pause and have to take care of something while talking. But Trojans with the gray pants and the white jerseys will be in the south end zone, defending the south end zone. They'll have the ball first. Pond Creek wearing the all black with white numbers. They'll be going north to south and kicking off to start this game. So as we're about ready to get going, deep to receive for the Trojans, as you can see in their kickoff return formation. Coy Snyder, the freshman, deep to receive for the Trojans. And so here we go, ready to start 8-man football Friday night in Oklahoma. So kickoff is kind of a squib. Come downfield. Snyder's going to field that about the 20 and take it across the 25, and he's stopped between the 25 and the 30 after a short return. And it'll be first down Trojans at about the 27-yard line, right on the 27-yard line tonight. So the Trojans will take over first. We're going to apologize in advance if there's any Pond Creek fans watching. They don't have programs here at the stadium. They have a QR code you can scan and look online. But Kayot drops back to pass, and the pass is complete to number 22, Silas Rudd. So nice positive yardage there on the first play from scrimmage for your OBA Trojans. With all of our other equipment here, I just don't have the bandwidth to handle a online roster for Pond Creek at this point. And so apologies for not knowing the names of the Panthers tonight, but we might be able to get a few of them if I listen to the PA announcer here in the stadium. Hardly any wind blowing tonight, which should be a benefit to the Trojans who throw the ball a lot this season. The wind the past couple of weeks has been a hindrance to the Trojan offense. So Kayot takes the snap, rolls to his left, now throws back to his right on a bubble screen for Snyder. It's going to be a first down, and he's going to gain about 5 yards on that, making it first down Trojans at the 39-yard line. So nice play design there from the Trojans. Kayot rolled out to his left, and then Snyder coming back from the far outside receiver position, cuts inside, gets some blockers up the field, and first down OBA. So a nice way to start the game for the Trojans. So as I look across the field at OBA, we've got a freshman at quarterback, freshman wide receiver, freshman in the slot, and a freshman on the offensive line. So really young OBA Trojans out there. Pass to Snyder into the flat. He's going to gain about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards, making it second down.
Ashton Banks on the stop for the Panthers. A gain of about 1 yard on the play. We're going to second down and 9.
Second down, about 8.5 for the Trojans. Kayot in the shotgun formation. Judah Hopper wide to the near side. Snyder on the far side in the slot. Dragging across the middle there is Silas Rudd. Kayot looking for help. There's none there. He's scrambling. Can't find the time to throw it away, and he'll be dropped for a sack. About a 3-yard loss will make it 3rd and 11 for the Trojans. Just couldn't find a way to get rid of that ball. It's something Cal's been doing a lot better in the past few weeks is throwing the ball away once he got outside the tackle box, but just wasn't able to get rid of that one before he ran out of real estate. Bringing up 3rd and 11 for OBA at the 38-yard line. So Rudd and Hopper on the near side now. Rudd goes in motion. Kayot takes the snap. Lucas Olson with some nice blocking there. Kayot looking deep. He fires it out to the wide. It's caught by Hopper at the 48-yard line. It's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down, so we're going to see what Coach Chris Kayot and the coaching staff decide to do here, as they need about 1.5 yards to get to the first down marker, which is just between the 49 and the 50-yard line. So 4th and we'll call it 2, and then they're lined up. There's no hesitation. They're going for it. They had a play called, and they're ready. Kayot with the hard count trying to draw him off sides. Pond Creek doesn't fall for that. Snyder and Campbell on the far side. Rudd and Hopper on the near side in the formation. Kayot up under center now. He's just going to tush push this thing and try and get out to the 50. I don't think he made it.
Got it, Coach.
I don't think he made it. Just shy.
You know, as I was continuing to set things up, I was hearing you mention Silas Rudd's name quite a bit.
Yeah, Silas has become an integral part of the Trojan offense due to injuries. Due to injuries and to other people. Rudd's really stepped up in the past few weeks and done a great job.
Yes, he has. I think we got it, Coach.
Yeah. We're still tweaking the equipment a little bit here, folks, so just bear with us.
But young guy in Silas Rudd, he's really stepped up.
Coy Snyder with the tackle there after about a 6-yard gain. Yeah, Rudd just a sophomore, so a lot of bright future ahead for that young man. So 2nd and we'll call it 3 for the Panthers. Going to be an option play out to the near side. Pitches it behind him. He has to stop to make the catch, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Big running back for Pond Creek. It's going to be a real challenge for the Trojans tonight.
Not really a busted play on that one, but a bad pitch allowed our defense to.
Just a little poor execution on the pitch. Let Trenton Young get in there and slow him down.
Was that about a half-yard loss?
Yeah, but it looks to be about 3rd and 3.5. So Trenton Young in his first start of the year due to some injuries, so he's in there at nose tackle. Going to sweep out to the far side. Again, that big running back. Chop him down shy. We're going to depend on the spot here. We're going to see where they put it.
Looks like they're waving him on.
Yeah, they're going to mark that as a first down. He went down right at the marker. Maybe a little bit of a dive there at the end of the play. Got him across. So first down, Pond Creek at the 39-yard line.
That big number 23 with our young guys, he's going to be hard to handle.
He's a load.
So we're going to have to make sure to get low.
Yeah, I think their running back's bigger than any of our linemen.
Yeah.
So going to swing pass out here to the near side. Not a lot of space to run, but we miss a tackle. Ashton Banks, number 11 for Pond Creek on the catch. Snyder was in there initially, but couldn't wrap him up.
and he's a guy that's normally going to make that.
He's
he
really
gets
dependable.
low. He's normally going to make that, and so not to try to make something out of nothing, but
Right. Well, it's something we've talked about a lot. If your free safety is the one coming up having to make plays, that's never a good thing. Handoff to 23, and they
Yeah.
wrap him up nice. If you can hold him to 1.5 yards every time, you're doing good. So nice job there by the Trojan D-line.
Cole Mitchell on the carry.
That was number 50, Ian Burnett.
Going to be brought down by Ian Burnett.
That'll make it 3rd and about 6 for Pond Creek, so we'll see if they'll throw it downfield. We've seen a little swing pass out here, but we haven't seen any passes downfield yet. So we'll see if Pond Creek will put the ball in the air or they'll trust the legs of 23. It might be 4-down territory with their running strength. Handoff to 23. He's just going to get in behind some linemen and grind. He's going to gain about 3 yards, so that's going to make it 4th and 3 for the Panthers. Got in there behind big number 68 and just kind of rumbled Pond Creek's version of the tush push there, it looks like. And
our defense is making them earn it on this drive.
They are. They're doing hard work. Junior Nelson in there now on the defensive line. So 4th down for Pond Creek. So teams are exchanging 4-down drives here. Shotgun formation. 23 already has his head down. He looks tired, or he just knew they weren't going to snap it, one or the other. Tried to draw us offside. Nice discipline there from the defensive line. Banks comes in motion. Handoff to 23 up the middle. I think he got it.
Yeah, about 1.5 yards past.
Yeah. His feet are at the marker, but he fell forward. 1st down, Pond Creek. So that's their 2nd first down of the drive. This young Trojan defense making them work to get first downs, though. Took all four downs to get the first down there for the Panthers. Coach, I'm drawing a blank. Is number 16 Connor Reed?
16 is Cal Kayot.
Oh, Cal Kayot, that's right. On defense, that threw me
Yes,
off.
that's been within the last 2 or 3 weeks.
He started playing more on defense.
In fact, I think Coach Kayot told me that it was during the Pioneer game he made that switch.
Well, he's just buying time. Now he's going to keep it and run. The field's wide open at this point. Plants his foot, cuts upfield, gets around Rudd, and tripped up. Looks like Judah Hopper there finally makes the stop.
And if he would have got around Judah, that would have went to the house.
Yeah, he would have gone. Great patience there from the Pond Creek quarterback. Trojans had a little bit of pressure on him. He just kept backpedaling, kind of spread the field, and then he just put on the afterburners and planted that foot and went upfield, went right by us for a nice long game. 1st and goal, Pond Creek at the 9. So Judah Hopper trips him up. First tackle on the night for the freshman Hopper. Banks in motion, now comes to a stop at tight end. They're going to pass the ball here. It's going to be a screen pass to the near side, and Banks is all by himself. He's going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Pond Creek. He started out on the far side of the formation, came in motion, stopped at the end of the line as if he was going to be a tight end, and then when they snapped the ball, just took like 3 steps forward and then just kind of floated across the middle of the field waiting for the quarterback to find him. And when he did, there was no traffic. Right into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. A lot of positives there for this young OBA defense.
Yes.
So that was not an easy drive for Pond Creek, and that's something they can build on. They just need to maintain that kind of intensity, and they'll be just fine tonight.
And I was noticing when they were resetting the down marker after that first down, that's no good.
That went under the bar, so the extra point's no good.
Yeah, I think that there was some sort of deflection at the line of scrimmage,
It looks
possibly.
funny, yeah.
But I was noticing we are 8 minutes into this ball game, Coach.
Oh, wow.
That's not
This
this is foreign territory to us.
This is my first look. When you said that, was my first look at the scoreboard.
I had to take a double take.
There's only 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That is very foreign territory for us. Usually there's a lot of incomplete passes, a lot of stoppages of the clock.
But with
it feels like there should be 10 minutes left.
Yes, but with some even though they scored with some positive things on our defense, it's potential that could work out in our favor.
Yeah,
because
keep that clock moving, keep the Pond Creek offense off the field. So Trenton Young, Junior Nelson, Ian Burnett, the D-line there, forcing Pond Creek to grind a little bit, and that is eating up the clock. So now if the Trojans could answer and go down and tie this thing up or take the lead, it would be the second quarter at that point.
Yeah, especially with that missed PAT.
Right. So definitely a good omen for the Trojans. So another kickoff. He's going to squib it to the side, and Trojans going to let that go out of bounds for the penalty. Smart play there from the freshman, Judah Hopper, not trying to scoop that up on the run, but just let it get out of bounds. You get a penalty. You get the ball at the 35. Ball went out at about the 27, it looks like. But Trojans are going to take over at the 35-yard line.
Elect to take the ball at the 35 after the penalty. It'll be first down and 10 for OBA.
Like I said earlier, it's a beautiful night for football, Coach Hofen. It's the best night we've had all year.
Do not mind sitting outside at all.
Actually, the setup here at Pond Creek's a little bit different than most places. We're not in the press box. We're actually just at the top of the home bleachers, and it is beautiful out here. Not a lick of wind. The flags are hanging straight down. Chaot under pressure and brought down.
That's right at a 9.5.
Yeah, big loss for the Trojans, and Pond Creek only rushed 3. It sounds harsh to say, but we just got to do better. It's 3-on-3 blocking there. It wasn't a blitz. It wasn't anything tricky.
Yeah.
It was just helmet on helmet, and they ran right by us. And that's not new. It's something we know we need to work on. It's something we know we need to get better at. And it's obviously something Pond Creek has known and scouted as well. Schneider comes in motion, handoff from Chaot. He's going to try and get it around the far end. He's got a couple of blockers, and he's going to gain back most of that yardage that was lost on the sack, making it third and about 12.
Nice block on that edge by number 24, Connor Reed.
Yes, Connor Reed.
He had him good and blocked, allowed Coy to get out.
And he maintained his block really well without holding. He just kept grinding, kept turning the legs.
7-yard gain.
Another freshman out there, Connor Reed, contributing tonight. It actually might be easier if I just point out the people who are not freshmen at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much a freshman team out there for the Trojans. Freshman Judah Hopper comes in motion to the near side. Silas Rudd's a sophomore. He's gotten a lot of minutes. Ian Burnett's on the line there. He's played a lot of minutes. Chaot's going to roll out to the left. There's a flag. It's going to be a false start. They stopped play.
Yep.
So Jacoby Justice, the center, is a sophomore. So 3 non-freshmen on the field for the Trojans right now.
Penalty, he'll move the ball.
Lucas Olson in there now for Junior Nelson on the O-line.
And Andrew Campbell just came in for Connor Reed.
So suffice it to say, a lot of minutes being occupied by underclassmen. So Justice, Burnett, and Olson on the O-line right now. We've got Hopper on the near side. Schneider in the slot. They read the snap count on that. Man, he finds Schneider coming across the middle, makes a move, gets across the 50 into Pond Creek territory. 45, drugged down at the 38-yard line. First down, Trojans.
And I want to say, phenomenal play by freshman quarterback.
Yes.
There were 2 guys blitzing.
Yeah.
The pocket was collapsing on both sides.
Yeah.
And he knew he was going to take a hit.
And, you hear
he
him say
waited
that.
patiently, got the pass off.
You hear him say that a lot on television broadcasts for college and NFL games. The quarterback knows the hit's coming.
Where do you think I got the line, Coach?
and delivers the ball anyway. That's not a freshman play there, and that's just indicative of the learning curve for these young Trojans. That's not a throw Cal probably would have completed in the first or second game of the year. So nice play there from Chaot and Schneider. Chaot's going to look to the right. Patience in the pocket, over the middle to Campbell, through his fingers and intercepted. What a crazy play. Went right through the hands of Andrew Campbell, landed on the back of number 30, and kind of rolled down his back, and a teammate
into the hands of
a teammate grabbed it as the ball rolled down to his rear end. It almost looked like he snapped it to him. He caught it right there on the rear end.
There is a flag.
There is a flag. It's going to be chop block on Pond Creek, so that's going to be after the interception. Still going to be Pond Creek ball, and that's unfortunate because the Trojans were moving the ball.
Yes.
Campbell was open. Chaot found him over the middle. It was a little high. Campbell had to jump for it, but it went right through his hands and landed. It's just kind of a freak play. Landed on the back of a receiver. Any other play, and that ball just slips through Andrew's hands and falls helplessly to the ground, but it hit the back of a defensive back and kind of stayed there. defied gravity for a minute.
Yeah.
So first down, Pond Creek at the 30. Unfortunate play for the Trojans.
Just one play after the nice completion.
Right. That's just unfortunate timing. But, again, just like the last drive on the defensive side of the ball, tons of positive there to take away. Just not the doesn't show up on the scoreboard, unfortunately. So Trojans need to stop here, try and get the ball back to score before the half. Because the way we're going, it might be halftime before we get the ball back.
Yeah.
Run up the middle again. It's just going to be a steady diet of 23. A flag comes flying in late. That might be a hold on number 40.
Yeah.
Because Connor Reed was laying on the ground and 40 was on his back. So,
minute 28 remaining in the first quarter.
Coach, this thing is flying by. So we've had 19 minutes of clock time, and we've used up 10 and a half minutes of game time. A lot of our games, 19 minutes of clock time would have been about a minute and a half of game time. So
exactly.
It's kind of odd, really. It doesn't feel like any time has passed at all. Kay out wide out here as a corner. Coy Snyder covering the slot. Trojans don't really have anybody deep. Might be an opportunity for Pond Creek to go over the top here. They're going to throw it underneath, and that's going to be shallow. I'm not a football coach, but I'm going to second-guess that one. That, if you have Peyton Manning or somebody out there, they see that defense, and they're going to call something and send somebody deep over the top.
Yeah.
Fortunate for the Trojans, that brings up 2nd and 20. I get the conservative play call when it's 1st and 20 deep in your own territory, though. I would expect 23 to try and get around the edge here.
Especially when the last two plays were penalties for you.
Yeah. He wants to do the swing pass to 23, but the Trojans have it covered, so he goes upfield. Oh, and the Trojans don't wrap up. He bounces off the first tackle and then is brought down by
flag on the play.
Trenton Young. There was a flag that came in late. I think it might be a block in the back, and they just shoved Coy Snyder into the receiver.
Yeah.
Or into the runner because the receiver had the ball at that point. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to march that one back.
That's 3 consecutive plays with penalties for Pond Creek.
So
we'll take it.
Yeah, I think the quarterback went off script a little bit there. I think he was supposed to swing that to the running back, but the Trojans had that covered up, and it might have been a pick six had he thrown it. And so the quarterback wisely kind of tucks it and buys a little time. He finds a receiver down the field. But maybe one of the Panthers didn't get the message that the initial pass wasn't thrown because he was blocking downfield way before he needed to be. So it's going to back them up and make it 2nd and 25, it looks like. The balls are kind of between the 15 and 16.
Second down and Criblin for the Panthers.
Was that 5 yards from the spot, 15 yards from the spot, or half the distance?
Because he made it right to the original line of scrimmage, so I'm thinking it was 15 from the spot.
Okay.
5, 10, 15 from the infraction. So, because he was right outside the 30-yard line when the flag was thrown in. So I'm thinking that's where it happened. So another lucky play there for the Trojans. Pushes the Panthers back. And again, they're going to try and throw it. Nice coverage by the Trojans. He's going to have to keep it. Nowhere to go. Great play there, Silas Rudd. Silas Rudd in coverage on the running back who came out to the flat. The quarterback kept coming at him. Is that Silas or is that? Yeah, that's Rudd.
Yeah, 22.
Quarterback scrambled out towards him, but he held on the receiver until the quarterback got to the line of scrimmage and then just exploded at the legs of the quarterback and hung on for dear life. Great play from the sophomore Silas Rudd, who continues to impress here late in the season. 34 seconds to go in the first quarter as the clock continues to run. 3rd and a long way. 3rd and 22. Shift from the Trojans. A lot of scrambling. Trenton Young now standing up instead of down in a stance. Trojans in a protection formation here as we have 3 backs very deep. Almost a prevent. They're going to swing it out wide and try and get a block. And Trojans are going to nice
hit
pick there. Jacoby Justice put his hat on the sternum and decleated the runner there, just brought him up off the ground. Great hit from Justice.
And, Coach, what I'm noticing, we were mentioning earlier about how fast this game's going.
Yes.
Might turn out in our favor. We're gaining a little momentum here.
It feels like it.
That hit by Jacoby fired up the OBA Trojans.
That's a momentum play for sure.
Kind of one of those hanging around.
Yeah. Nice defensive call there from the Trojan coaching staff, Coach Kayot and Coach Kayot calling the defensive plays. But Ian Burnett was out there and kind of funneled the receiver towards Jacoby Justice, and Jacoby just launched himself like a missile right into the chest of the receiver. Great tackle from the sophomore, Jacoby Justice. So we're between the first and second quarter here already. It's just flying by on a beautiful night here in October. A lot of activities going on around OBA. Fast pitch and volleyball have wrapped up their seasons, and tomorrow your OBA men's cross country team will be participating in the state cross country meet down in Edmond.
And one girl.
And our lone girl that qualified for state, Kendall Ray, will also be running in Edmond tomorrow at Edmond Santa Fe High School. It's a tough cross country course. It's just awkward to run on, so it's a real challenge for the Trojans. Trojans have been ranked this season, so a lot of opportunity for them to finish well, fare well at the state tournament, the state meet tomorrow. So
those
exciting.
Those boys that are running tomorrow, we have Graydon Bruin, Samuel Cooper, Silas Hofen, Jacob Buller, Caleb Lilly, and Wyatt Hofen. Those are the 6 that are on the
roster.
The roster, and then Owen Knope is the alternate.
Okay. So big group going. Now we're going to have to hope that maybe the Trojan cross-country team they're a bunch of mudders like a racehorse, because it's supposed to rain starting late tonight, and the state cross-country meet might be a little muddy tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not such a bad storms that there's lightning and it gets postponed or rained out. That'd be horrible, because they've been working hard and they're ready to go. Any kind of delay in those situations is a pain. I remember a couple years ago that happened at the state track meet, and it just throws everything off.
Yep.
So Trojans will take over just outside of Panther territory at the 45-yard line. So nice stop there from the Trojan defense with the help of some Pond Creek penalties. But, hey, a stop is a stop, and that's a positive for this OBA defense. So see if they can continue that momentum. Kind of a bad luck play caused a turnover. Kayot rolls out to his left. He's going to keep it. It's going to be positive yardage. Gets to the middle of the field. First down and slides. Smart play. Cal Kayot gets the first down. Maybe one more yard, maybe an 11 or 12-yard gain, and then slides. He's been watching a lot of his hero, Patrick Mahomes, or something.
He has.
Because he saw the hit coming, and down he goes. So smart play there from the freshman. Not to pick on Cal, he's not the most fleet of foot quarterback. He's not a speedster by any means, but nice, smart run there, picking his way through the Pond Creek defense, and we're in Pond Creek territory for the first time tonight. Snyder and Hopper on the near side. Rudd in the backfield with Chaos. Snap goes over his head. One step forward, 2 steps back for the Trojans.
Man, number 23, I don't know if he was at that nose guard position or a defensive tackle spot, but he came through there awfully fast.
It felt like he got a great jump.
It felt like he got a really good jump on that play. In fact, I was looking back. I didn't even look at the ball when it was bouncing. I was looking to see if there was a flag thrown.
Right. He's reading the Trojan snap count for sure. Maybe that's something they've scouted.
Yeah.
And Coach Kayot will have to make some adjustments here. So the Trojans way behind the chains now, 10, 20, 30-some yards on second down. But you don't try and get it all back in one play. You just play football and see what you can get here. Kayot looking upfield. He's got Hopper in and out of the hands. A little bit behind him. Hopper slammed on the brakes and got his hands on it, but just not able to haul it in. And that would have gotten a lot of the yardage back. That would have gotten them back to the original line of scrimmage and made it 3rd and 10 or so. So 4th and 31.
And they were giving Judah a lot of space.
A lot of
space there.
If you can find some of that space under, they've got guys deep and they had guys shallow, but nobody in that kind of middle space. And so, hey, get it in that middle space and maybe you can get some momentum. as their quarterback showed, once you get the field kind of spread out, there's a lot of alleys to run through. Well, he is timing up that
He
snap.
is. And that one, he got a good jump, but that was good.
It was,
That
it was
one-
clean.
That one was definitely clean.
K.I.
So
was
he
able to
is
throw that one
reading it.
away, able to throw it away and not take the sack. Pond Creek coaching staff wants a grounding, but Andrew Campbell was over there. So Schneider will be back to punt. A slight breeze is picked up, but nothing. I mean, I'm hesitant to even call it wind. It's just it's
It almost
it's
was
actually
good.
it's actually a pleasant breeze. Yeah, is what I was going to say. That's probably our best punt of the year right there. That's a nice punt from Coy Schneider.
And he was hurrying to get it off.
He
too.
was. That's something the Trojan coaching staff's going to have to talk about. They're timing up the snap count. We're going to have to vary that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Even on special teams, they timed that up, and they were on Schneider before.
You get him a
before he knew
couple
it.
times,
Yeah.
it'll keep him honest.
Right. Just to go on 3 instead of 2 or whatever. Coach Kayot's going to know more than I am how to fix that, but definitely I guarantee you they're already talking about it because all 4 plays, if you count when we snapped it over their head, he was timing up. He was in the backfield immediately.
And that was really the first possession that he's done at that.
Yes.
And so he's learning as the game's going
Right.
on.
Yeah. He's like AI. So quarterback draw right at the middle. Olsen gets a hand on him but can't bring him down. Kayot with the tackle, not before the Panthers get first down at the 47-yard line, first down Pond Creek. So quarterback draw right up the middle. Nose tackle Lucas Olsen was able to get an arm out there, but not able to really do anything with that, and then he just ran by the first and second layer of the defense. So good job by the secondary to kind of clean that play up. Pond Creek getting the signal from the bench. No huddle, but they're not really hurrying up either. Roll out to the far side of the field. Nice play from the Trojan defense on first down there. Really good job.
Yeah, Schneider, Rudd, and Young.
Number 22, Silas Rudd on the stop for the Trojans. Loss of about a yard on the play. That'll bring up second down and 11 for the Panthers.
Sorry if the camera's a little jumpy there. We have a herd of young ladies that keep going back and forth in front of us, and so. So second down, quarterback snap. They're going to throw it out here to the flat again to Banks. But again, the Trojans, nice pursuit. Had him surrounded, really nowhere to go. Kayot, Justice, and Young all out there, reading the play really well. Going to bring it 3rd and 5. This Trojan defense really making good adjustments from game to game, and you can see improvement game over game.
We've mentioned Trenton Young's name several
times tonight.
He had a really good game at, I believe Coach Burrell told me today, that was at Burns Flat, that T. Young had a great game out there.
Banks comes in motion, stops at the tight end. This is the play where he drug across the middle last time. Not this time. They're going to hand it off to 23, and they stand him up. Great job, Trojan defense. And there he is again, Trenton Young and Jacoby Justice. Just shoulder pads on thighs, both of them, and he just stopped him cold. That's going to make it 4th and 4. He might have got a yard, maybe. So this Trojan defense really, really making strides as the season progresses. Looks like Junior Nelson in there on the defensive line on the far end. Young in there at nose tackle now. We got Rudd and Jacoby Justice are your linebackers, and Ian Burnett is here on the near side of the field on defensive end. Tight formation. We got to expect it to go to 23, and now we've got a stoppage. Timeout, Pond Creek. Pond Creek coaching staff didn't like what the Trojan defense was showing them and called a timeout pretty quickly. I am noticing Jacoby Justice kind of hobbling a little bit, heading over to the sideline. Hopefully that's nothing too serious.
Fifth quarter at the Baptist Church, immediately following the ball game.
Other things going on around OBA in the coming weeks. Tomorrow in Enid at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center is the Mennonite Relief Sale. I'm telling you, if you want some good baked goods or some good sausage, you need to head over there. Also coming up in the coming weeks. The drama department at OBA is working on a play. Got a Christmas play coming up in early December. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens will be put on by the OBA drama department, so be sure to make plans to go attend that. Snap, he's going to roll out to the right. He's looking deep. He's going to keep this one. Rudd's in pursuit. Silas Rudd comes in out of nowhere and makes the tackle. That's going to be enough for a first down, but Rudd stopped that from being a big gain. That was about a 6-yard run instead of what could have been a 30 or 40-yard run.
Silas Rudd on the stop for the Trojans. Not before a Panther first down from the 39-yard line.
So first down at the 39 for Pond Creek. The clock continues to roll. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half as we wind towards halftime. So it's going to be to Banks as he came in motion. Ian Burnett, good job, Burnett, kind of holding him up.
Ashton Banks on the tough run.
Lots of traffic there. Banks came in motion, and they just kind of handed it to him. We see that a lot in the OBA playbook. It's the first time we've seen it from Pond Creek. Ian Burnett got a hold of his jersey and would not let go, and help arrived and forced Banks out of bounds after about a 2-yard gain.
A gain of a couple yards. That'll bring up second down and 8 for the Panthers.
So 2nd and 8 for Pond Creek. So handoff up the middle, and there's 23. The Trojans are doing a great job.
Yes.
That's been Pond Creek's main weapon all year long, is handing that ball to big number 23. And Junior Nelson in there gets the feet that time and brings him down after maybe a 1-yard gain. So that brings up 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 maybe for the Trojans or for the Panthers.
And it's not just one of our inside guys.
Right, yeah,
You're
everybody.
calling multiple names.
Everybody's stepping up. Lucas Olson in there.
And there's a little bit of a rotation going on amongst them.
And maybe that's what's helping. Everybody's fresh because Lucas Olson's now in there at nose tackle, and Junior Nelson's in there. So I would guess this is probably 4-down territory for Pond Creek.
And golden opportunity. We have
Ian Burnett in on the quarterback. He's going to roll out to his right, try and throw it. He just throws it up for grabs, and it's going to be caught. That was a wounded duck flying out of formation.
right at the 20-yard line.
Right to the 20-yard line, and the Pond Creek receiver that I think he'd gone all the way to the end zone, saw what was happening and smartly came back towards the ball and got position on the OBA defense, and that wounded duck just fell into his lap.
And I think a little bit of what was going on there was very few secondaries can cover everyone forever.
Right.
And there was just enough time that somebody got open.
What's bad is most of that time the ball was in the air.
Right.
Oh, ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground.
And we got it.
That's going to be Trojans' ball. Jacoby Justice pounces on that, and that's the second time tonight, Coach, they've run that option play, and the pitch was off target. The first time it was behind him, and it bought the Trojans' defense some time. That time it hit him kind of in the side. It wasn't behind him or in front of him. But kind of bounced off his hip, and it was on the ground, and he could not slam on the brakes and go get the ball. Jacoby Justice could, and it's first down Trojans.
And that's a turnover apiece for each team with 4:32 left in the first half, and we're only down 6,
It's
Coach.
6-0 still, which is remarkable for an 8-man football game. The Trojan offense, let's see if we can maintain some continuity here. We've had a couple of instances of a really nice play followed by some sort of error, a penalty, or we had the snap over the quarterback's head. If we can put together 2 or 3 of those plays, I think momentum will be in our favor.
Especially if we could go into the
Great
we
job,
could get a
Silas
score.
Rudd.
If we could get a score on
Yes.
this possession,
Yeah, 4.5
maybe
minutes.
go into the into the locker room at halftime with a
Tied or up two.
Yeah.
Great job, Silas Rudd, on that play. They actually did send a blitzer on that play, and running back Silas Rudd was able to chip him and give K-Out a moment to get outside the tackle box and throw that thing away. So 2nd and 10 instead of 17 or 18, which is what it would have been if Rudd had not been able to make that block. Yeah, I'm looking at both sidelines, Coach, and it's not an OBA thing. It's an 8-man football thing because there's a lot of Pond Creek Panthers wearing jeans and sweats over here.
Yeah.
A lot of guys wearing jerseys and jeans, just like there is on the OBA bench. Pass. Ooh, Rudd takes a big hit there. He bobbled the ball, and while he was trying to haul the ball back in, Banks lit him up. So that's a nice hit by number 11, Banks, from Pond Creek.
And Rudd was
slow to get
he's
up
up, but he was slow.
Slow to get up there. He felt that. That was a nice hit.
It was one of those hits that the contact was made as soon as he got his head turned forward.
Right.
And
Yeah.
just kind of jumped and got him.
He was not braced for that hit at all. Unfortunately, he bobbled the pass. The pass was right on target and was unable to kind of secure it right away and bobbled it. And just as he was securing the ball, the hit came. I think if he catches that clean, he gets his head around and sees the hit coming and maybe even is able to make him miss, but he didn't. So that'll make it 3rd and 10 for the Trojans. Out comes Andrew Campbell, Connor Reed in for the Trojans. Reed made a nice play earlier in the game blocking the edge for OBA, so maybe we'll see something similar where they kind of swing it out to that wide side of the field. Now Reed comes to the short side of the field.
Yep, they got him that time.
Got him that time. Little hesitation in the count. He tried to jump the snap count, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 10. So,
yeah,
like
with
we
this
talked
3rd
about,
and 10, after 2 plays that were pretty disappointing, we needed that.
We did. That's a nice break for the Trojans, and it's I've heard it called 3rd and manageable instead of 3rd and long. So I'll take 3rd and manageable anytime. Definitely something the Trojan coaching staff saw, said, hey, Cal, let's change up the snap count a little bit. Andrew Campbell back in, and he goes wide to the near side. Silas Rudd on the tight end spot here on the near side of the field. Coy Snyder in the slot on the far side. Judah Hopper way out wide out there on the far edge from the camera. Signal coming in from the sideline. Plenty of time on the play clock, 15 seconds on the play clock. Trojans in no hurry. So again, they come up the middle. Chaos is going to throw it away. It actually is completed to Andrew Campbell. He pulls it in and is marked complete. Let's see where they spot that. It's going to be about a yard shy, so let's see what Coach Chaos does here.
Maybe 2 yards shy.
He's at about what? That's the 31, 32?
Yep, right at the 30. That far line judge is at the 31.
Okay, so the marker's at the 33. So we'll see what the Trojans do here with 4:12 to go. They're going to line up in punt formation. Special teams has not been our strong suit, but Coy Snyder did have our best punt of the year just a little while ago. And this Trojan defense is playing well. So Trojan coaching staff going to show some faith in the defense. Hopefully can get a stop and get something going before halftime. Pond Creek has 9 guys on the field. They have 9 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 9 guys on the field. They had 9 guys on the field. They had 2 guys deep and 7 in the box. I was looking at that formation when the guy from the sideline came from the sideline and ran deep to receive the punt. No one came off. I can't believe the officials missed that. It's pretty blatant. Because I was thinking to myself, we might fake this because they only got 6 in the box.
Right.
And they had 7 in the box.
Oh, are they discussing? No, maybe not.
So just under 4 minutes, 3:59 to go in the half. Pond Creek gets away with one. There was 9 on the field on that play. Trojan defense is going to have to stand tall again here. Pass over the middle, quick little slot route, and it's Banks right tonight for Pond Creek. Banks is the offense. The Trojans have kind of solved the mystery of the running back number 23, but they've got to find a way to stop number 11, Banks.
Second down and 1. Brought down on the play by Cal Kaya.
That's disappointing. If they had caught that 9 on the field, that would have been a first down Trojans. Quarterback drops back to pass.
Number 11.
Looking deep. Snyder gets in there. Perfect timing from the freshman, Coy Snyder. Dives in there and breaks it up.
We dodged one, Coach. Number 11 was on a post.
Yes.
And
their quarterback,
the quarterback went for the –
he already focused in on number 2, and number 11 broke free. So Coy Snyder breaks that up, brings up 3rd and about 2.
Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers.
Big number 23 back in there in the backfield. You know, it'd be easy to say we can expect a handoff to number 23, but there's been a couple of times we've been burnt this year from teams that have a primary running attack, and they've done a play action because Banks is playing really well. They're going to pitch it again, and he's going to dive forward for the first down, gains about 1.5 yards.
Bo Mitchell on the pitch.
Bo Mitchell, number 23.
That's good enough for a
So first down, Pond Creek, just inside the 35-yard line. So first and 10 to the 34, 3:07 to go in the half. Ben Bearden in there for the first time tonight, number 12. Fresh legs for the Trojan defense. Trenton Young getting a breather. Going to pass out to the flat there. Again, it's Banks. It is a steady diet of number 11. He won't go down. Ashton Banks, number 11, is their primary weapon tonight on offense. And I don't do a lot of scouting and haven't watched Pond Creek play this year. I don't know if he's – oh, and he's down too. Banks is down. I don't know if he's been their primary weapon all year. I would assume 23's been a big weapon for him. But Banks is down on the far sideline. He was fighting for extra yardage. He had 3 Trojans wrapped around him, and he kind of bounced off, and then he got kind of folded over, it looked like, from here on his second effort. So great effort there from Banks, but hopefully it didn't cost him an injury here because he fell really awkwardly. No one likes to see kids get hurt in these things, and so hopefully this is something minor. A lot of times you'll get kind of a stinger and it really hurts in the moment, but then you kind of are able to shake it off and be all right. Banks is up. That's good to see, but he's being helped off the field. He's not putting any weight.
There's not much pressure.
He's not putting any weight on his left leg. That's too bad. He's having a really good game. He probably has a full game's worth of stats in a half. So
he's putting no weight on that.
no, he's not. They're bringing him over here to the sideline. They don't have any like benches or chairs over here on the sideline, so he's just going to have to lay down on the ground, and somebody's taking a look at him. Like I said, hopefully it's just one of those things he can kind of work through it, and we'll see him back in the second half maybe.
He's using his right leg to explain what happened to his left leg, and it looked like maybe it's his knee.
Yeah, he did. He fell really awkwardly. So 2nd and 5. Number 30 in there for Banks. Pressure from the Trojans. And he finds a man deep. Oh, in and out of the hands. Really great job there from the Pond Creek quarterback, just dancing around. The Trojans applied a lot of pressure. But he rolled right and then kind of stepped up into the pocket and then rolled left. And, kind of like you talked about earlier, Coach Hofen, is you can only cover so long.
Yeah.
And number 30 came open. Big break for the Trojans as that slipped through his fingers. His first play of the game coming in for Banks. And I guarantee if that was 11, that would have been a touchdown. So, again, pressure applied. Jacoby Justice in the backfield.
We have the same
Ben Bearden on the chase. Can't bring him down, but trying to force him out of bounds, and down he goes. So that'll be shy of the first down.
And all that effort and
maybe a yard.
Half a yard at most.
Maybe a yard. So 4th down for Pond Creek. Definitely 4-down territory as the clock continues to wind. I guess he didn't go out of bounds. They called him down before he went out of bounds. So I would imagine Pond Creek's going to take all the time they can here and then try and get the first down. Although they don't seem to be trying to go slow. 1:23. Yeah, so they snap it with 20 seconds left on the play clock. Running back's by himself in the flat, doesn't find him because he finds the wide receiver who's by himself in the about the 10-yard line, and he's going to stroll into the end zone untouched. That's got to be a breakdown in coverage.
Yeah,
because there was not a Trojan anywhere near him. Ben Bearden kind of made a break and covered the running back in the flat, which was the right move for Ben as he was coming from the center of the field, but no one caught that tight end, number 7, who just went straight up the middle of the field and turned around and stopped and stood there, and no one picked him up. So that makes it 12-0. Pond Creek's going for 2 here. And the 2-point conversion is good. Just a quick little out route there from number 2. I do notice that number 11, Ashton Banks, is up on his feet now. He's trying to go out onto the field. He wants to play. Coach has got a hold of his jersey, holding him back. He's limping pretty good, but he's trying to go out there. So 1:12 to go in the first half. Both teams huddle up, get ready for the kickoff. Trojans are going to have to go fast if they want to get anything on the board before halftime.
And here we were 3 minutes ago, hoping that we could turn the tide here.
Right, and take the lead.
And here we are down 14 now.
Trojans really need to make something happen here because Pond Creek gets the ball coming out of halftime, so it's like 2 consecutive possessions for them if we don't get anything. Minute 12 to go. And we know Kayot has the arm to move the ball down the field in big chunks. Just the question is, not can he throw it down the field, but can we protect long enough for receivers to get down the field for him to throw it to? And that's been the challenge all year long for OBA. So Pond Creek set to kick off. They've been doing squib kicks. I'd be curious to see if they try and go a little bit deeper on this just because of the situation. Bo Chavez set to kick off for Pond Creek, number 5. And he kind of squibs it up the middle. And that's going to be fielded by Hopper. He's going to take it from the up man. He's popped at the 31-yard line. He falls forward to about the 33. So Hopper, that's actually a really nice play. He fields that, kind of grabs it over the shoulder, but that saves not only yardage, but it also saved time for the Trojans. So freshman Judah Hopper on the return. First down Trojans. They're 66 yards away from pay dirt here. And we'll see if they can take that back. Yeah, 66 yards. They spot the ball there. I thought they might have given us an extra yard, but no such luck. So here come the Trojans. Kayot rolls out to his right. It's going to be a throwback, trying to get us to a little bubble screen to Coy Snyder, but Kayot was under pressure, had to throw that off his back foot. It's called a completion, but he literally has to dive to catch it, and he lands at the line of scrimmage. Might have got a third of a yard, maybe, if that. So clock runs 47 seconds, and the Trojans don't look to be in any hurry here. They're going to run a play. We have to take at least one more because of the play clock. But Trojans don't look like they're in any hurry to go try and put something on the board here. They're going to be content to go into halftime down 14-0. So Kayot takes the snap. It's bobbled. The ball's loose. That would be.
We might have lost it.
We did. That's going to be a turnover. 12 seconds left now. Pond Creek can take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah.
And Banks is back in there, by the way, number 11. So that's good to see. Injury wasn't too bad. Maybe they taped it up and got him back out there. Number 11, Ashton Banks, is on the field. So Trojans are going to have to account to him because I guarantee you he's running to the end zone. Trojans have had a problem with the snap a couple of different times. So here comes the Pond Creek offense. A lot of things to account for here. You got the big running back in the middle. Do they hand it? Since the Trojans don't have a nose guard in the game right now, they're in more of a prevent look. Do they hand it to him and let him rumble up the middle, maybe see if he can get to the end zone on a long run? No is the answer to that. We got Banks short. He's looking deep to the end zone. He's taking his time. He does find Banks, but he's not going to make it to the end zone. He's going to be brought down at about the 12.
They got a timeout called.
1 second left on the clock. They got a timeout called. So they're going to get a shot at the end zone here from the 12-yard line.
And especially with as young as our guys are, if we want to go into halftime with a little bit of confidence,
a stop here would be
we
huge.
need to stop them.
A stop right here would be a nice confidence booster for the Trojans. As you may or may not be able to hear, train is going by right behind us. So we'll probably be hearing a train horn. Welcome to rural Oklahoma, folks. That's just par for the course. So the Trojan defensive staff going to come up with the perfect alignment here to try and stop Pond Creek and keep them from getting 12 yards. The goal isn't to stop them from gaining any yards. The goal is to stop them from gaining 12. Keep them out of the end zone here with 1 second left. There's a little thing in my brain saying, hey, they tried to kick an extra point, so maybe they think they have a kicker. Maybe they go for 3 points here. But I don't see Chavez on the field. Number 5 was their kicker, so I'm going to expect a throw to the end zone. Doesn't look like 23's out there either, so it's not going to be a run play.
Yeah,
you
they
know
have
what's
2
coming.
spread out to the left and 1 to the right.
And then a tight end here on the left side as well, number 7, who caught the last touchdown pass.
Yeah.
You got to watch number 11. Ian Burnett is in coverage on number 11. He's going to roll out. He's going to lob it towards the middle of the field, and it's going to be caught. So number 30 for the Pond Creek Panthers redeems himself. He had a drop that would have been a touchdown earlier. He pulls that one in. And, Coach, that's just a youth mistake. The quarterback rolled out to the left, and the whole defense flowed to the left.
Yes.
And that receiver stayed kind of in the middle of the field to the right, and the quarterback just planted his foot and lobbed it. That ball was in the air a long time.
Yeah.
But our whole defense had already rolled. There was probably 7 out of 8 Trojans were in the left corner of the end zone where all the other Pond Creek receivers were, and that's just a youth mistake. You've got to remember your assignment. And with a pass like that, if you remember your assignment, that's easy to intercept or knock down because that was not –
It was in the air too long.
It was in the air forever. So rolling out to the right, and okay, that's a trend now. Rolling one direction and then throwing it back the other direction. That's multiple times Pond Creek has done that now.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of maybe a little inexperience, and that'll be halftime. So instead of being with what was it, 3:15 to go in the half.
A minute 12 is when they scored to make
it 12.
Make it 12 or 14.
Right. So with 3:12 to go, 3:11 to go, the Trojans were only down 6-0, and in 3 minutes, 2 more touchdowns are tacked onto the board, making it 22-0 at halftime. So not a good finish to the half for these young OBA Trojans. So we're going to take a little break here and stretch our legs, maybe get something to drink, and we'll be back for the second half here at OBATrojans.tv.
This one's the headphones. This is what we hear. These two are our mics. So
right, check, check, check. We are back here at Pond Creek Hunter High School for the second half of your OBA Trojans and the Pond Creek Hunter Panthers. OBA will kick off, as we kind of noted before halftime. Pond Creek finish the half with the ball, and then they start the second half with the ball. So not a good situation for OBA. The defense needs to get a stop here to start the second half.
And this may not mean a lot, given how fast the clock is ticking away in the first half, at least. But although we forced the Pond Creek offense to chip away, one, we're not used to playing four quarters,
Right.
and and two, our defense has been on the field quite a bit for several plays.
Yeah, they pretty much the whole end of the first half.
So this is where you dig deep and find out who you are.
Yeah. Trojan defense has had their best game of the year. Just my personal opinion, their best game of the year.
Absolutely. They're making Pond Creek earn almost everything.
Yes.
And
So
there
run
we
up
go.
the middle. There we go. Nice job there. Junior Nelson penetrated and got in the backfield. He didn't get the tackle. Ian Burnett and Jacoby Justice did that, but Junior Nelson getting in there caused that running back to maybe change directions just a little bit.
Yeah. And Ian slowed him down, and then Jacoby stepped up and popped him pretty good. That's about a half-yard gain is all that they made on that. So second down and 9.5.
So nice start for this Trojan defense. Pond Creek deliberate in their pace here. No hurry-up offense or anything like that from Pond Creek. So handoff up the middle. They moved. Stiff arm there. They moved Banks to running back on that play, so a very different look there from Pond Creek.
As well as he's moving right now, could that have been a cramp?
It may be so, but he showed no ill effects there. But change in formation, 23 moved from the backfield to tight end, and Banks moved from wide out to running back. So a halftime adjustment here from Pond Creek, paying dividends early. So second and that'd be a 1st and 10 for Pond Creek. The yard marker says second, but it's 1st and 10. Another handoff to Banks. Ian Burnett grabs hold and hangs on. They're going to call him for a face mask there. Flag came in.
Nice aggressive play by Ian.
Yes.
It's one of those situations to where once your hand is in the wrong spot, well,
They're
it's
going to
kind
get
of
you.
a done deal.
They're going to get you.
Gonna have a face mask against the Trojans.
And that's a 15-yarder.
That's a big one.
That's going to take the Panthers all the way down to the Trojan 30. Just a minute 21 here into the second half.
Right. So first down Panthers at the Trojan 30-yard line. The nose of the ball is on the 30, so if you want to find the silver lining, you could call it the 31, I suppose. But
We'll call it that.
yeah, sure. So so a couple of good defensive plays and a nice play there. They just stuffed the run right up the middle. That's going to be a loss of at least a yard, maybe two. They closed the hole immediately. And so great job, Ian Burnett and Jacoby Justice and the Trojan D-line closing that door immediately. So there's the snap. He looks to the right, takes the time, a little pitch out, back to the running game. And again, Silas Rudd, great play. Silas Rudd, the sophomore, Not going to try and get a big impact. That running back's way too big. He dives in, gets the ankles, and drags him down after about a 1-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 11.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers.
Just I can't say enough about how impressed I am with how much Silas Rudd's improved over the course of the year. It's been really encouraging to see the sophomore grow. Only 2 men rushing for the Trojans. Everybody else back in coverage. Tons of time there. Lucas Olson keeps going back. Now he's going to step up like there's a pocket. And he's going to get positive yardage. He finds an edge. It's going to be a 1st down. Form tackle.
And
beautiful
Judah
tackle
Hopper.
there. Judah Hopper just put the shoulder pad right on the waist of the quarterback. He dropped back clean to the.
No, that's
probably,
not Judah Hopper, Coach.
Is that
Judah's on this side? I think that's Rudd.
There's Silas Rudd again. The quarterback backed up and backed up. He was in the other side of the 50-yard line. He was in Pond Creek territory before he finally planted the foot. He ran probably 40 yards, but it was only an 11-yard gain. So interesting run there.
It is good for a 1st down for Pond Creek.
Taking their time, 8:25 to go here in the 3rd period. So rolling out to the left this time, looking for Banks, and it's just a little bit underthrown, and that'll be incomplete.
Pass intended for Brody Sherman will be incomplete.
So that'll stop the clock with 8:18 to go in the second half, or in the 3rd quarter, as we start the second half, I guess I should say.
2nd down and 10 for the Panthers.
Pond Creek knocking at the door again. 8 points would make it a 30-point lead.
Still a beautiful evening, but I'm going for my jacket, Coach.
It's cooled off a little bit as we've gotten a little farther away from sunset. Rolling out again, buying time. He's shifty back here. Now they've got him kind of hemmed in, so he's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete, and a flag comes flying in at the very end of the play.
Pass is complete, but we have a flag on the play.
He's signaling pass interference. I have
What?
no idea why. Oh, no, okay. Blocking the back.
Okay.
His hand signal from the line judge looked remarkably like a pass interference signal. I was like, there was no one near the receiver.
We had a lot of defensive linemen chasing him,
Right.
scrambling with
Yeah.
him, and
They finally got him hemmed in to where there was nowhere else to go, and he found a receiver, though. But I'm guessing that illegal pass is an ineligible man downfield. We must have had a tackle or a guard or a center get a little bit too far away from the line of scrimmage because he was in the backfield forever. So 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. Just stays in the pocket this time, swings it out wide to number 2. He cuts inside, makes 2 guys miss. Spin move, makes another guy miss. Finally, Jacoby Justice is able to get all the way downfield from his linebacker position and make the tackle. He spud Judah Hopper and Silas Rudd into the ground there. But as he escaped those two, Jacoby Justice arrived on the scene to save the day, bringing up 3rd and 3. Otherwise, he would have had a touchdown. Shifty run there from number 2 after the catch. Not sure why the officials stopped play. Everyone just seems to be standing around. The clock is now running again, so here we go. Banks comes in motion. Quarterback rolls out to the right. He's by himself in the end zone. He ran right by Cal Kayot, and I think Cal probably expected a safety to be over the top.
Yeah,
and
because he collapsed down toward the middle.
And the safety was not over the top. There's no other way to say it. Yeah, he came down, and he obviously expected help over the top there. So touchdown, Pond Creek, making it 28-0 for the Panthers as they'll go for 2, trying to make it 30. And when you get to 30, now you're getting dangerously close to that 45-point mark. Up the middle, no signal. He did not get it. So that's a nice positive. If you're looking for the silver lining, if you're looking for the positive, the middle of that Trojan defense, they have not had any success running the ball between the tackles, which was a weak point in previous games.
Yes. They have corrected something.
Right. So, and I mean, as early as last week, the ball being handed off and run right up the middle was the weakness of this defense, and the Trojans have obviously worked on that. And there's been no joy there for the Panthers. Now, unfortunately, they're finding other gaps to exploit, but we're looking for positives here as these young Trojans look for things to build on for next year. As we wind towards the end of this year, you can take that and say, hey, okay, we're good at this. We're gonna build our foundation on this. We're not going to let people run up the middle on us.
And you do see this kind of thing a lot when there's a team full of upperclassmen playing a team full of lowerclassmen, inexperienced, and the inexperienced players might make adjustments, hang with them for a while,
right,
and then they end up getting worn out.
Right.
But there are positives to take away from this game.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And that's a big difference as I look just now at the formation of special teams. You can look at the Pond Creek bench, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive starters. The quarterback, their number 1 receiver, their number 2 receiver, their tight end are all over here on the bench getting a drink and resting. Their running backs over here. So all 8 offensive starters are over here on the bench resting. And for OBA, Cal Kayot's on special teams. Coy Snyder's on special teams. Trenton Young is on special teams. Silas Rudd is out there on the kickoff team.
It's true Ironman football.
It is, yes. And so even if it's only just for a play or two, Pond Creek is able to bring starters over here, even if it's just on special teams. And they get to take a drink, get a rest, maybe talk about a couple of things. And OBA doesn't have that luxury. All of the subs are out there for OBA. We talked about it early, and actually this is the case for both teams. A lot of players wearing jerseys and jeans on both sidelines right now. Yeah. And Pond Creek jumps off sides there. I do think we win the contest of players in jerseys and jeans. We have way more, but I see 1, 2, 3, 5 to 7 Pond Creek Panthers over here on the sideline in street clothes. And so it's just the toll of the season, as there's only 1 week left after this one, that guys get dinged up. It does feel like, when you're looking at your team, it feels like somebody's picking on you. But it's also,
it's
you
across the board.
Yeah, you look at everybody. Everybody's having the same issues. And that's where, like you were saying, experience and depth are a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because if you do have a senior go down and another senior or a junior comes in to replace him, maybe there's some experience there. But if a junior goes down and a freshman comes in, well, that's a different animal.
Yep.
Connor Reed in here, tight end on the near side of the line, 2 receivers on the near side of the formation. Coy Snyder on the far side of the formation by himself. Now he signals, and Judah Hopper comes in motion.
I think there's some offensive confusion going on.
Snyder up onto the line of scrimmage. Hopper backs off, and he times it again. Everybody went except for the football. Number 23 came barreling across the line once again. And Jacoby Justice was hanging onto the ball. He was not snapping that thing. I think a couple of Trojans reacted based on the fact that he was coming.
Which means there were 21 on the field that were incorrect.
Yes.
Because you move on the ball.
Oh, and they're calling that on the Trojans.
Everyone but the center.
Well, I'll correct you there, Coach.
Is that
15 on the field that were incorrect?
Oh, 15. What am I doing?
Yeah. So evidently one of the Trojans moved first, but it sure looked like 23 was just barreling across the line, and the Trojans responded to that. But the refs have a much better angle on that than we do from up here. So it'll be 2nd and 8 now instead of 2nd and 3. 11 comes off the edge. Kayot never saw him. Kayot never saw him. No one ever saw him except for us watching here. Banks came off the edge. First really blitz they've called from the outside. They've run, I think, one inside blitz. The rest of their pressures come from the three linemen. But they brought somebody off the edge for the first time on the night, and that'll make it 3rd and about 18.
16 for the Trojans.
Kayot never saw him. Silas Rudd, who was the running back there, never saw him. Could have chipped to the block, could have chipped the blitzer if he'd have known he was coming, but he just never saw him. So 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Kayot takes a snap, and the whole team is in there on him. But it's a screen complete to Coy Snyder. He's going to have a first down. Trojans at the 50-yard line. Great play design. The Trojans taking advantage of the aggressiveness of the Pond Creek defense. They've been flying in there trying to get to Kayot all night long, and the Trojans make them pay on that one.
And since that fumble in the second quarter with about 3 or 4 minutes to go, there hasn't been much momentum on the side of the Trojans, and so that's nice to see.
Hand off to Snyder. Nice move. He dances around and makes the guy miss, and that was a Barry Sanders-like run. You get the handoff, and you're going to get tackled for a loss, and you make somebody miss and turn it into a positive. I always think of Barry Sanders when I see a play like that, because his whole career with the Detroit Lions, there were defenders in the backfield with him, and he had to make a miss to gain any positive yardage. Nice carry there by the freshman Coy Snyder. So 2nd and we'll call it 7 for the Trojans. Hopper goes in motion near to far side. Rudd and Reed on the near side. Cal Kayot's going to keep it, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. He gets out to about the 45, we'll say. Had Silas Rudd and Connor Reed out here on the near side blocking, but just could not get to the edge in time to gain a big gainer. But 2-yard gain is definitely a positive. We'll take anything, making it 3rd and 5. So 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 28-0, Pond Creek leads. Tight end and 3 receivers in the formation. Nobody in the backfield with Kayot. Got him again. He is pinning his ears back and coming. I don't even know if he's paying attention to the quarterback at this point. He's just coming. So the Trojans will take a cheap first down there.
I think he's still on the first half snap count.
Yeah.
The timing.
And hey, again, chalk that up to younger players gaining experience. Hey, this guy is running way before we snap it. How about we just not snap it? Because he was 2 steps beyond Jacoby Justice before he realized the play hadn't started yet. He was getting ready to light up Cal Kayot, and Cal's, I don't even have the ball, dude. Now I notice he's about 5 yards off the ball now. Pass over the middle into traffic and intercepted. Number 30 with the pick there. Coy Snyder brings him down immediately. And again, that's just what you get with a young team. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. A play that gives you positive vibes is immediately followed with a mistake. And that's something Wyatt and I have talked about multiple times this year. Cal gets zoomed in on Coy Snyder. And there's double coverage there. There's no reason we should have thrown that ball.
Right.
But he was so focused on Coy Snyder. You got to dump that ball off or scramble or something. Because I'm not a football expert, and if I can see it, football coaches who are watching film can see it.
Right.
And so they're telling their kids, if 16 is looking at 4, stay on 4 because he's going to throw it. And that's the adjustment we just have to make.
And that will free up Coy when it matters.
Right. Exactly. So pass is complete, about a 9.5 yard. Oh, they're going to mark that first down for Pond Creek at the 30-yard line. I don't want to be too hard on Cal in these situations. I really don't. And so maybe something was called, and I can give the benefit of the doubt. I surely can do that.
Right.
And maybe he was told, hey, no matter what, throw it to Coy. But we've got to recognize that double coverage. Nice option play, stop for no gain there, maybe half a yard. Nice play there from the Trojan defense. Judah Hopper in there. Ben Bearden, number 12, also in on the tackle there. Again, the Trojans, a little bit of a rotation there on the defensive line. Ben Bearden, one of those guys, when you see him walking down the hall, you don't think to yourself, hey, there's a defensive lineman. That's not his physique, but he's in there scrapping and fighting. That's really admirable from Ben. And blitz from Jacoby Justice right up the middle. Picked off! Coy Snyder picks it off, and here come the Trojans. Snyder breaks it across the 30, 25, 20, across the 15, drugged down at the 12-yard line. Coy Snyder, the Trojans get the ball right back.
He read that the whole way.
He was all over that one. So nice play, Coy Snyder. So really it's a net gain. The Trojans were intercepted at the 20. They intercepted back and take the ball down to the looks like it's about the 14-yard line. So a net gain on the 2 turnovers for OBA. Probably not the way a coach would draw that up. Let's throw an interception so we can intercept it back and gain more yards. I don't think that was in Coach Kayot's plan. So first down OBA in the red zone for the first time tonight. Snyder comes in motion. Now he'll stop in the backfield. Now he goes back out to the wide slot in motion again. Kayot's going to keep this one. There's nothing there, but he's able to dive forward to get maybe a yard. That one didn't fool anybody.
Noah Crouch on the stop for the Panthers. Gained a couple yards on the play.
Tried to get it. He thought maybe they would go with Snyder. I think that play is probably designed. The defense is going to follow Snyder across when he goes in motion, but Pond Creek is not having any of that.
We can get a fresh set of downs here.
Yeah, they can.
First down markers right at the 4.5-yard line.
They can get a first down without scoring. 40 seconds to go in the third period. Kayot takes a snap. And there's Rudd. Pass is complete at the 4-yard line. That's going to be right at the first down marker.
I think they're going to give that because they're marking him down at the 4. Yeah, he already.
No signal from the line judge over there on the far side. There we go. There it is. First and goal, Trojans at the 4-yard line. Judah Hopper wide on the left side of the field. Snyder in the slot over there. Silas Rudd here in the backfield and Connor Reed in at tight end. Kayot hands off to Snyder. He's going to try and get around the edge. Dances forward and touchdown OBA. Coy Snyder. Nice blocking from the Trojans. Jacoby Justice, Lucas Olson out there blocking, trying to blast some holes for Coy Snyder, and he gets around the end and punches it in. The Trojans are on the board, 28-6. Connor Reed out, Andrew Campbell coming in. Campbell, one of the few seniors still with a healthy body. Campbell and Ian Burnett. We've got a couple of them out there. Lucas Olson.
Ian's a junior.
That's right. Ian is a junior. Lucas Olson is a senior.
Yep. It's Ben Bearden, Andrew Campbell, and Lucas Olson now.
I think those are the only healthy seniors we have left. Kayot's in the grasp. He's going to – and it's caught. 2-point conversion is good. He just kind of flung that out of desperation. Number 7 from Pond Creek jumped up, looked like he was playing a little volleyball, tried to swat it out of the air, and he missed. And it falls into the lap of Coy Snyder. 2-point conversion is good. Trojans 8, Pond Creek 28. So nice series there for OBA. It would have been really easy after that interception to put your head down.
Yep.
But Coy Snyder, credit to the freshman, did not put his head down, kept fighting, read that play like you said, Coach, read it like a book, dives in front of the receiver, and then takes it down into the red zone, and the Trojans were able to punch it in. That's definitely a highlight series there for the Trojans for the season, not just for tonight, for the season. Really good resilience coming back after that turnover. Sorry, every special teams play now, I'm counting Pond Creek players. We've got 4 on the front line, 3 on the second line, 1 deep. We passed that on to the coaching staff, so I'm sure they'll let me know if I was right or wrong. So Kayot set to kick off, and there's a squib down the middle of the field. kind of bounces to the right, and that's going to be fielded by Chavez. He's trying to bring it to the near side where the wall's set up. Andrew Campbell dives, misses the tackle, brought down by Kayot at the 40-yard line. So it'll be first down Pond Creek. And during the return, the horn went off, so that's the end of the third period. It's 28-8. Pond Creek leads your OBA Trojans, so we'll have 12 more minutes of football.
Here we are in the fourth quarter, and it's 8:41. We haven't gotten to halftime by 8:41 before.
I was going to say, a couple of previous games, it was 9 o'clock at halftime. So we're moving right along. They're giving away a quilt here between third and fourth quarter at Pond Creek. Alicia Teft wins the homemade Pond Creek quilt. I might have to borrow that from Alicia. It's starting to get chilly as the night progresses, and I didn't bring a jacket. My mom would say that's my own fault. There are many times in my youth where I didn't want to wear a jacket, and I was told if you get cold, that's your own fault. And that's the truth. And like the Geico commercials, I turn into my parents and I say the same thing to my kids.
And you wear your jacket now.
Well, not today. I did wear a sweatshirt, so I'm okay. I'm not cold, but a little windbreaker would be nice right about now. Just a light layer. Still hardly any wind blowing, though. The flags are just laying straight down on the flagpoles in the south end zone, which is the first. I think this is our first game where that's been the case. No matter what happens tonight, it actually feels like football season now, so that's a plus. So first down, Pond Creek.
Can you believe we are November 1st?
It's kind of hard to believe. Volleyball season wrapped up 2 weeks ago. Softball wrapped up 3 weeks ago. It's kind of odd that talking about it that way, that softball, a fall sport, wrapped up 3 weeks ago. So, and they're going to try and get it all back right off the bat. They throw it deep, and it's complete to number 2. He steps out of bounds. Hopper was back in coverage, and that was actually a really nice throw from the Pond Creek quarterback.
Yeah.
He was over the outside shoulder.
Dropped it in.
Dropped it right into the bucket. So that was a really nice throw and catch from Pond Creek. It wasn't terrible coverage from Hopper. It was just a really nice throw. So first down, Pond Creek at the OBA 28-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 11:43 to go. Banks goes in motion. They hand it off to him. He's going to get around the edge. And he stopped there at the edge and brought down by a host of Trojans. Maybe a yard gain, maybe. So, again, nice job, OBA, stringing out that run that tries to get the edge. Good job for the Trojans.
We're doing a better job. I know we've praised this OBA Trojan defense tonight. One thing we're doing better is coming over on the help.
Yes.
One guy will slow him down, and then there's 3 or 4 guys just ready coming in.
Yeah, the pursuit and the gang tackling have progressed leaps and bounds in just 7 days. This time last week, we were not saying that. There's the snap. Going to be a quick pass to Banks. He's surrounded 3 Trojans there. Still, he's somehow able to squirm forward to a 20-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. Just shy, about a yard shy.
Jacoby Justice on the stop.
We haven't gotten any insight from the OBA coaching staff, but I'm guessing we worked on tackling a lot this week. I'm just guessing because it looks infinitely better.
Yeah.
And the Trojans blitz. Justice gets in there, forces the quarterback to scramble. He's doing a great job of buying time, and he's going to throw that thing away finally. 4 Trojans after him. Nice job. It's been interesting here in the second half. Pond Creek pretty much has changed their whole formation. As you look over here at the sideline, and there's number 23 over here by himself, finally coming back in on 4th down. He wasn't in that whole series. And when we started the game, we were kind of assuming we were going to see a steady diet of number 23.
Right.
So on 4th and short, they bring the big running back in. I don't know if they'll utilize him or use him as a decoy. I might look for a handoff to Banks here, number 11. He's up there in the slot. He ran around the end a couple of times now, so we might see that.
How many different positions has he played?
Right. I think he's played every position except for quarterback. I'm not sure why the clock stopped on that one. The clock hasn't been running. The play clock hasn't been running.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning on Pond Creek. But the play clock didn't move. It was on 40 that whole time we were stopped. And the game clock was on 10 minutes, 10 seconds the whole time we were stopped. And I'm not sure why. Because they completed a pass to Banks, and he fell forward. We made the tackle. Now the play clock starts and the game clock starts. And now they stop those things. So timeout Pond Creek. That was a really odd series of events there. If you feel like coming to Pond Creek now, the Baptist Church here in town is having a fifth quarter. I bet you there'll be some hot dogs or maybe some fried chicken. Hard to tell.
Making me hungry.
Hard to tell. I guarantee you there's going to be pizza. I'm guessing it's a pizza type event.
Oh, yeah.
The fifth quarter at the Baptist Church in Pond Creek, America. I'm guessing we're going to have some.
Sounds very.
I'm guessing we're going to have some Simple Simon's pizza from the gas station is going to be there. I don't think there's another pizza place in town, so maybe they drive to Enid to get their pizza. I don't know. I remember having a lot of fun at fifth quarter events back in the day. So
I do too.
I'm not knocking it. Part of me's wishing I was 17 so I could go. I might sneak in and get a free piece of pizza anyway. So 4th and 1.5 for Pond Creek. 23's in the game to be determined what they're going to use him for here. They fake the handoff. They go to Banks, and it's going to be bobbled. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be a turnover.
We got it.
They fumbled it. We got the fumble.
That's
either
Lucas
way.
Olson.
Lucas Olson falls on it. Jacoby Justice is the one in there wreaking havoc. Either way, it would have been Trojans' ball, a tackle or a fumble recovery. But that's a nice shot of adrenaline for the Trojan defense to create another turnover.
It was going to Banks, and he just
I
don't know if he didn't
Yeah, it was
go
kind of weird.
toward the handoff correctly. Like, what I mean?
It's almost like it was one of those read options you see and the quarterback pulls it. It was almost like the quarterback was trying to pull it instead of just giving it to him. Either way, first down Trojans. So pass to Snyder, and he's going to get outside, and that's going to be a first down. First down Trojans.
And he got out of bounds, but the clock's still running.
Now they stop it. 9:49. So I'm guessing a lot of the Pond Creek folks were here for the mini cheer and for the drawing for the quilt, because we've got a nice stream of folks heading for the exits. I'm not sure what's happening. First down OBA at the 39-yard line. And they got him again. The Trojans utilizing that hard count now. Lesson learned. Nicely done by the coaching staff and these young Trojans to learn that lesson and apply it. And that's, I think, is that 3 or 4 here in the second half where we've gotten them off sides.
At least 3.
We're looking at least minimum 15 yards that they've given us. So we appreciate that. 1st and 5 for OBA. A lot of times when you see a 1st and 5 like this, you see a team take a shot deep. I don't know if we're confident enough in our protection to do that.
Yeah.
Silas Rudd in the backfield with Kayot. Snyder and Hopper on the near side. Andrew Campbell on the far side. One-on-one coverage out there for Campbell. Kayot looking, and he does throw it to Campbell, who comes back in the formation, and it's going to be positive yardage. It's going to be just shy of the first down, but a little 4-yard pass. Nice route there by Campbell. He ran his route, wasn't there. Kayot started to scramble, so he came back to the ball. Nice heads-up play there.
And he shook the tackler and was able to – I thought for a second he was going to make it to the first down marker.
He was really close. He was able to get some yards after the catch there because he caught it like right at the line of scrimmage, and so he was able to get about 4 yards just on determination and hard work. So nice play there from the senior, Andrew Campbell. Snaps a little high. Kayot corrals it. He throws it out here to Snyder. They're going to, Snyder makes a man miss, makes another man miss, has a block, gets up the sideline across the 40, 35 steps out of bounds. First down, OBA. Shifty running there from Coy Snyder, number 4. Nice block downfield from Judah Hopper. Snyder made 2 guys miss, and then Hopper blocked the 3rd guy that sprung Coy Snyder for a first down. Trojan offense using that scoring drive to get a little momentum. They're looking good out there. So clock continues to tick, 8:20 to go in the game. What a great momentum builder this would be to go down and be able to score here on 2 consecutive drives after forcing a turnover. Handoff to Silas Rudd, and they're okay. They blew that dead almost immediately on impact, and they went backwards a couple yards, but then Silas spun free.
I think the refs were
a little premature there.
Well,
they were trying to protect.
As that collision took place, I think they were trying to protect.
They were trying to protect Silas Rudd, so I'm not faulting them at all, but they might have been a little quick on that whistle because they never wrapped him up. He spun out of it and was actually moving forward when play finally stopped. But Pond Creek saw that run coming. I'm not sure how. We haven't done a running play like that in a long time. Kayak drops back, looking to his right, looking for Hopper, and he's immediately tackled. So they got the 2 yards back after the loss, but that's about it. Now make up 3rd and 10. Hopper's first catch of the night, his, I think, 3rd target.
And the last several receivers to get a reception have not been Coy. Well, I guess he did catch.
He caught the long one.
He caught that one in the flats that he
the long run that got us down here. But then it's been Campbell and Hopper.
And I think
on either side of the run play.
Down here, Silas Rudd may have gotten one on the last possession.
Yes. So 2 receivers in the near side, Rudd in the backfield. Connor Reed in there at tight end. Scrambling around. Kayak buying a ton of time. Snyder's coming across the formation. There he is. And he pulls it in. Nice catch. He was behind him. He pulls it in. First down, Trojans.
That was a great catch by the
freshman.
Was
almost like it was slow motion. Kayak got out of the pocket, and it's like the Pond Creek lineman stopped pursuing. He just stood out there, and Coy Snyder came from all the way from the near hash marks all the way across the field to make the catch. So nice
one of those odd plays where everyone's like, is the game or the play still live here? What's going on?
Did the official blow the whistle? Are we stopping? Is there a tornado siren? What's going on? Why did we stop? So nice job from the Trojans, keeping the legs moving and keeping the play alive. Cal Kayak gets out of the pocket, prolongs the play. So handoff to Rudd. That one up the middle is not working. That's pretty much just like a palate cleanser, I think, for the Trojans. They're just going to try it every once in a while because you never know. And maybe they don't expect a whole lot out of it. I can't get over that last play. That was fun to watch. Kayak did a great job buying time. Quite frankly, it made me remember Bodie Boydston, our quarterback from a few years ago, because Bodie was just so good at stepping up the ladder, getting into the pocket, buying time, then scrambling to his right or his left, keeping the play alive until one of the Cheathams could come open. Memories of days gone by for the Trojans. Nice job for Kayak, hearkening us back to that. Kayak going to roll to his left this time. Plants his foot, throws it back across the formation. That's going to be complete to Campbell. So, again, like you said, Coach, spreading out the targets here.
And that, to use a term you used earlier, a 3rd and manageable.
Right.
Because it was a 2nd and 12, and now we have a 3rd and 5. That's much easier to
and really
deal with.
We got 2 downs to get this 5 yards because we're not going to punt at the 13-yard line, 14-yard line. So nice play there, going back across the formation, and you'd like to think maybe the coaching staff had a talk with Cal. Hey, don't zoom in so much on Coy, and Coy was a double covered there. Pond Creek had 2 guys on him, but Andrew Campbell did not. So nice play there from Campbell and Kayak. Kayak takes the snap and he's going to have to scramble for his life here. He needs to throw it away, and he finds Silas Rudd. Rudd breaks a tackle
nice.
and dives forward. It's going to be a short gain there, so that's going to bring up 4th and maybe 1 or 2. So I was getting ready to comment how and a flag, and they're going to call roughing the passer.
Is that Kayot down?
Yeah.
He's slow to get up.
Deep in the backfield. He's up now. So I was getting ready to comment how Pond Creek blitzed, and Silas Rudd tried to chip the blitzer and missed. But to his credit, he pivoted, got his hands up and ready, and Cal Kayot just dumped it off to him. So now it's 1st and goal Trojans at the 6-yard line. That'll be a half the distance penalty on the roughing the passer.
And unfortunately, Coach, even if we punch it in here, the difference in the game will be those 2 that we gave up
at the end of the half.
At the end of the first half.
Absolutely. They've scored 6 points this half. And even if we just hold one of those 2, this touchdown would make it,
right
within reach. Kayot's in trouble there, and he's just going to go down, and a flag comes flying in. I don't know if we're going to have a hold or what. I would imagine with the sack, if it's holding, they're going to decline it and just take the loss of yardage.
You have a flag on the play.
Yeah, holding.
Yep. It'll be holding.
So 2nd and goal from the 14, it looks like.
They're backing them up.
Interesting. Is that a spot foul or from the line of scrimmage?
Holding should be from the spot, so a hold on a sack is kind of a killer.
See, if you decline it there, I mean, I'm not going to second-guess football coach because that's not my specialty, but if you decline it there, we're way behind the chains anyway,
yeah.
And it's 2nd down instead of 1st and 16.
Yeah.
That 2 yards isn't that valuable to me.
Right.
And now the refs are having a discussion of some kind. So here we go. Campbell and Snyder on the near side. Looks like Connor Reed is wide out for the first time tonight on the far side of the field. I can't tell who that is at tight end where Reed usually is. Maybe Ben Bearden? Can't see a number there.
Junior, no.
They look for that bubble screen. Snyder catches it, but they're all over him immediately.
Yep.
I think that was Rudd at tight end. They moved Silas Rudd over to the tight end, and Snyder's down.
Coy is down.
That was a really awkward impact. He went low to catch that ball, and it might have hit him on the head. I don't know. He's moving. And
we have coaches really coming out.
Right.
Showing concern.
I don't think he lost consciousness. He was still moving, and so I'm not too concerned about a head or more importantly, like a neck, where you don't – when you see him not move, that's really scary.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's not a big deal. McCoy's already had some injury issues this year, and he's scheduled to have a surgery in a week and a half after the season's over. Hopefully this isn't making that injury worse. He's up on his feet now. So that's good to see. He's walking off under his own power, too. So I'm going to use the equation. In the first half, Banks went down and had to be carried off the field, and he came back and played really well. So maybe if Coy walks off under his own power, he's going to come back and be just unstoppable. Let's think positive here. So still 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. No gain there.
Did you see if a coach had taken his helmet from him? Because that could indicate a potential concussion.
Right. He was wearing his helmet when he came off.
Okay. I didn't think to look until he got over there where I can't see him
now. I don't know what's going on there. Pass there, and that's going to be complete right at the 10-yard line. Flag comes in on the near side on the hash in the backfield. So if it's in the backfield, that almost always means a hold. And this is really a problem we haven't had tonight. We've had a lot during the season. But tonight, the Trojan offensive line's been really clean until about this last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's probably just a sign of fatigue. They're just getting tired.
Probably from all the time on defense, all that effort.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
And all those things we talked about earlier, where some of the Pond Creek guys are able to come out for a play or two and get a drink and get a blow and talk to coach, and we have guys that don't get to do that very often. So second and goal from the 26 now. Pond Creek not changing their defense, and you'd almost think that maybe you'd go to sort of a prevent here, but not. They're not. They're coming after the quarterback, right around the end. There's number 22 with the sack.
Yeah, you can see the wear and tear.
The body language is getting
line.
worse every play. It's not getting worse like every quarter or every half. You can actually see body language getting worse each play here on this as the Trojans wind down the game. 1:45 to go. It's 3rd and 31. 3rd and goal from the 31-yard line. There's no nice way to say that. Definitely 4-down territory for the Trojans is about the only thing you can say. We're going to run 2 more plays. We know that. So Kayot takes the snap here, and we're off and running. He's looking deep for Rudd.
Oh.
Did he catch that? It's intercepted. I knew somebody caught it because the ball didn't come out. It's intercepted at the 4-yard line.
I'm wondering if Rudd had it for a moment.
That's what it looked
was just
like.
Taken out of his hands.
That's what it looked like. I couldn't really tell. That's number 30. That's his second interception of the day. So he's got a touchdown and 2 interceptions tonight. So definitely redeeming himself because he had that play early in the first half. Actually, he came in for Banks when Banks went down and had a drop near the end zone. But he's made up for that. And then some.
This has been kind of the tale of 2 teams with a strong running game versus our passing game.
Right.
And so with Pond Creek having the ball, I assume
they're just going to run it right up the middle.
It's going to be just about 3 plays, and it's going to be ball game.
Yeah, 1:15 to go, and they're going to run that 40 seconds on the play clock, so I expect them to run this down until there's about 40 seconds left in the game, maybe 30 seconds. But so not quite a victory formation where they take a knee, although they might now that they're out away from the end zone a little bit. And actually they are. They're all packed in there. So victory formation for Pond Creek with 50 seconds to go. They should wind this down just a little more so they don't have to snap it more than once. There we go. The quarterback stands back up. He's going to let that get down under 10 seconds before he snaps it, and that'll be the ball game. So there's the snap. He takes a knee. 33 seconds left on the game clock, 40 seconds on the play clock, so they're just going to roll the clock now. We're going to line up for the handshake. So that'll be it from here at Pond Creek. Good moments in the second half, Coach. Really good moments. Had a nice touchdown drive. Had some good plays. A lot of things to build on here. Made the adjustment on offense on the snap count. Caught them catching offside. So a lot of good here in the second half for the Trojans. As the clock winds down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next week, your Trojans will finish the season at home, taking on district rival Garber. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. here at OBA Trojans TV. If you're in the Oklahoma City area tomorrow, swing by Edmond Santa Fe High School. Support the OBA cross-country team as they participate in the state cross-country meet. The cross-country guys and Kendall Ray on the girls' team running in her first state cross-country meet. Tune in next week as your Trojans take on the Garber Wolverines here on OBATrojans.tv. Okay.
So I've discovered that, and so what I typically do, well, not always, but I'll go here.
See where we're at. wait a second. Just wait a second.